Hello there! Today we're back for part 2. That's 4. Hello guys! Today we are back for part 2. We are going to use the acrylic markers I just bought to paint this page. I talked about this in the previous video of this one. You may already have seen this. But I will talk for a bit again. This is my Chibi persona, and the reason I drew that... Let me grab my... Okay, I'm ready. This is my Chibi persona, and I decided to redraw this because the package of the markers are actually in the same color palette with my keychain. This is a keychain I created almost 2 years ago. This is supposed to be me. It kinda looks like me, but it's very chibi. My mom recognized me without telling her, so this is how I look. Kinda. I also have this headset. My boyfriend bought this for me. So yeah, for that reason, because the colors of the box matches my keychain, I decided to recreate my persona to see how I could color this with these markers. And since I'm playing Stardew Valley a lot these days, I made the whole page Stardew Valley inspired with random Stardew Valley elements. And I also made this little guy here, because here will be the card, the Arrtx card that came with the box. So I will make this little knock to open, and this will be inside. This is actually an Easter egg in the game itself. So I will start painting, and just because I like this page a lot, I will probably make this into a voiceover. Shut up, doggo, please. Yep. What I was saying. Every time I'm trying to talk, this dog starts barking. Oh yeah, now he stops. Can you please shut up for a moment? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. And because I kinda love this sketch a lot and I don't want to actually destroy it, I will probably make this into a spin paint with voiceover, so from now on, VoiceOverFee will handle the situation. See you at the end.
Hey there guys, VoiceOverFee here. We are gonna spend together the whole drawing process. So I think we can talk about my process a little bit. Well, I obviously start with the sketch, and let me tell you, sketching is taking me ages. I am such a perfectionist, so I'm never happy with my sketches, and I erase, I redraw, I re-erase, and I redraw again. And well, after some ages, I'm finally done with the sketch, and 90% of the time, I do not go and bring color to my sketches right away. I usually let the sketch rest, as I like to call it, and that actually means that I will let the sketch for a while and come back later to see it with new eyes, kind of. That's because when you spend so much time looking at something, at this example, my sketches, it starts to be a little bit overwhelmed for your eyes. So I can't really see my mistakes if I spend too much time sketching. And that's why I usually leave my sketch, if not a whole day, at least for a couple of hours before I decide to go back, check for mistakes, and then add color after I correct every mistake that I possibly missed before. So the process is sketch, let it rest, go back, correct any mistakes, and then decide on what colors I'm gonna use, what mediums, and stuff like that. Of course, before I add the colors, this is usually alcohol markers, but lately I like to experiment with other mediums as well. I use my knited eraser to slightly erase the pencil lines. And the hard part begins. And I'm not talking about the coloring, I'm talking about the color choices. It's the hardest part for me. I have destroyed so many drawings in the past by choosing the wrong colors, and I am still not confident at all when it comes to colors, but I'm trying my best. So the, let's say, technique that I use lately is to actually stay with a sketch for a while and look all my color choices, and I'm trying to decide a color palette from the beginning. And it might be obvious to some of you, but I didn't do that before. I just started drawing with some color that I liked, and I didn't have a plan for the whole sketch or for the whole sketchbook page in mind before I start. And with that method, I actually didn't have a color palette. I just pick and choose random colors at random times. And yes, of course you can make gorgeous illustrations this way, but only if you know how to handle colors well, if you have good knowledge of coloring and color palettes and how colors work in relation with each other, some knowledge that I do not have. I consider myself beginner when it comes to coloring, color palettes and color choices. I think it's time to talk about the actual illustration that we are coloring together. As I mentioned a million times at this point, this is my Chibi persona. I originally designed this Chibi persona back in 2023 because at the time I wanted to make a mini comic or comic series with random funny incidents of my life. Did I make that comic? Well, no. Not yet, but I hope I can start working on this soon. Anyways, to the point of this video, yeah, I made the original sketch for a comic idea I had, and then at the time I have already started to experiment with my Wacom tablet and some digital sketches and stuff. So I took this sketch, I scanned it, and I made a digital version of this sketch, and this ended up to be my profile picture in all of my social medias, like here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That's all, I think. And then there was that convention that I go as a visitor every year. And one year I decided to apply as an artist. But the people responsible to answer the applications and tell people who got accepted and who is not, they usually tend to respond very late, almost a month or less before the event actually takes place. I didn't know if I'm gonna get accepted or not, and I was in panic, so I decided to make some keychains, some acrylic keychains, in case they accept my application, which they don't, actually, but that's another story for another day. Yeah, but that's the story behind the keychains. I made them for this convention that I did not got accepted. I ended up selling some of them, almost half of them, in another convention that I went last year, and I really want to open an online shop soon with some of my art, some keychains, some stickers, some prints, and other little things. So I will probably try that this year. Let me know if you are actually interested in something like that. I mean, if you would like to buy some of my art merch, and if you have any ideas, either for designs or for products, I would love to hear them. Back to the drawing now. Since the color of the markers box remind me of my keychain, I decided this would be a great opportunity to redraw this little sketch of my Chibi persona and see how this could work with acrylic markers, since the previous one was made digitally. And now I have a new idea. I can draw either my Chibi persona or something else with all the mediums that I'm using. This could be a very cool challenge. Again, I'm trying to go back to the point and to this drawing. Well, the main idea was to draw my Chibi persona again with these markers, and since I play lots of Stardew Valley lately, and I also wanted to make either a video or just a drawing with my character in-game, I decided this was a good opportunity to practice a bit. So this page is very heavily Stardew Valley inspired. I put my Chibi persona inside this frame that most of the characters are when you talk to them. I put random Stardew Valley elements all around the page. I even made this little community bundle. If you have played the game, you will know that there is this thing in the game where you have to collect specific things to complete some tasks. So I make this little bar with 4 in-game items that I actually really love in real life. I also wanted to have the card that came with the markers in this page. So I remember the Easter egg on the loading screen of the game, where when you knock a specific letter of the loading screen multiple times, the letter opens up like a door, and this alien is looking at you and actually waves at you. So I put the little card as a door, and I put the little alien to hide behind it. As for the orange, well, do not ask me at all. I have no idea what that orange is doing here. I just had this idea the moment that I put my Chibi persona onto the paper. I wanted to make this slice of orange for no reason at all. I just wanted to make this realistic looking slice. So I also put a little orange down there that looks like the orange in the actual game. And that's it. Also, I really like the pink, purple, orange combination, so here it is. And of course, because that's how my brain works most of the times, this page inspired a new idea. I would love to, well, not very soon probably, but I would love to open some commissions where I would draw portraits in this little Stardew Valley theme. So the main point is I would draw the frame, the wooden frame, with random in-game element all around that the commissioner would ask. And of course inside the frame will be a portrait, either a person or the in-game character or some random character. I mean, you can ask Anya from Spy Family in the Stardew Valley style. That would be cute. How adorable would that be as a commission? And of course, they can use these as a profile picture on social medias or as a little frame for their wall. I don't know, I just find this really adorable. Oh, I really want to make this now. I will probably experiment with this idea the next couple of weeks. By the way, the elephant in the room. You may have noticed that the frame is weird in this video. The top side of the page is not in frame for the most part, and that's because my camera, which is actually a phone, almost from the beginning of the video decided that it wasn't very comfortable position and repositioned itself by its own. Thank you, phone. And then, because of this reposition of the phone, I also put my head in frame multiple times, so I had to work around that to make the actual video not looking weird, and that's the result. I don't know if you noticed the weird framing or not, but I decided to just tell you. Well, it is almost part of the process at this point. I face difficulties in every single video I try to make, so I just accepted it. It's kinda fun too, I mean, every time I'm thinking about a video, at the back of my mind there is this thought, oh well, what's the difficulty this time will be? It's almost charming at this point. Anyways, it was way easier to use these markers for the second time. The only problem that I actually faced in this spread is the shadow above the eyes. I used this very dark purple to shade, and at some point I decided to shade everything from the eyelashes and above, and the moment I put the colors down I thought I just destroyed the whole page, but I started layering the skin tone over and over and over again, and I thankfully saved it. Other than that, the whole process was very smooth. I don't know what you think about the new version of my Chibi persona, but I think it looks a bit better. I mean, I still love the keychain design, but in this drawing I think it shows that my art is a little bit better than it was 2 years ago. I don't know, I just like this page too much, so I'm not even objective at this point. I would love to hear your opinion on this page. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you know Stardew Valley? And did you ever play it? I really like this game. And I like video games in general. Tell me about the video games that you are playing. I would love to learn some new ones if I don't know them already. That's that for me, I think, for today. I also put 2 secret emojis in this video. If you find them both, you can comment down below. Other than that, if you stay until the end, you will have a mini bonus video and some bloopers from my voiceover section. Voiceover fee over and out.
So guys, this is the final result. This is my Chibi persona. That's the original. Well, of course, I'm not 100% happy with this. It's sometimes really hard to handle the brush end. I can't go very thin. Even though I know it's possible, I can't stay consistently thin with my lines. I even make some changes. I made the shirt light blue instead of this dark blue. But overall, I'm very happy. And this is supposed to be me as a Stardew Valley player. This is kind of a community bundle, and I just put 4 things that I really like: milk, books, mushrooms, and beetroots. I made this Easter egg with the little alien inside. I don't know if I have to make a background or not. I made some mistakes along the way. I want to achieve this lineless color style where you don't actually outline anything at all, but it's a bit hard for now at least. I will totally try more. For example, look at those 2, or this little guy. These are okay without line art, but I couldn't figure out my persona without line art, so I ended up adding this very dark brown color for line art. But overall, I'm very happy with what I achieved. The colors are lovely, but still, I would love to have some more dark ones. But yeah, that's the page overall. I'm very happy. I will totally use these markers more, and you will also see more videos with these markers. But for now, that was my test spread. Tell me what you think about this page. Tell me if you like it. Also, if you have any tips for these markers, I will totally appreciate those, because I can't really handle them the way I should, I think. I mean, there is so much potential in this, but I can't really use them to 100% yet. Anyways, this was it for today's video. This was actually the part 2 of swatching these markers, this acrylic marker set from Arrtx. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, bye! this is the drawing. Hi there. And that's my keychain. I love some aspects of the new one. Yeah, the chaos is real, once again. And now I have to put all these markers back in the correct order. That's probably not gonna be that fun.
Other than that, the rest of the drawing was very. Other than that, the actual. That was it for today's video. Thank you so much for being here with me today. See you in the next one. Bye!